Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic, so for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I also need to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled, meaning if you are not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel, whether you've been a supporter from the beginning or just recently joined the Uncommon Folk. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support that you continue to give me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok. Thank you very much for your love and support. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and all those who watch from the clouds. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. If you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So, as you can see by the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about my day in Rockerfeller Center. It was a very busy afternoon. It was an enjoyable afternoon, and um, I will be talking about that in a few minutes. I also share some images on my social media, okay? And I will say this everyone, everyone should take the opportunity to see the Rockettes and the Christmas Spectacular at Valley City at least once in your lifetime. Okay. But before we get into the main topic, we're going to have another episode of In My Words. Now, today, at this moment, I'm going to be talking about Donald Trump and the decision by the Colorado Supreme Court stating that he is ineligible to run as a candidate for President of the United States. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the article. Okay, it's happening. It just happened earlier this afternoon. Okay. So hopefully the image will appear. Okay. So the Colorado Supreme Court has ruled that Donald Trump was disqualified for appearing on the ballot uh, due to the incidents that occurred on January the 6th of 2021, um, maintaining that he violated um, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, stating that anyone that chooses to participate in an insurrection um, should not be considered a candidate for elected office. Okay. Actually, this is something that came up as a result of what happened in the Civil War, where you had 11 states attempted to break away and form the Confederate States of America. So it was decided that anyone that deals with an insurrection should not be able to hold public office. Okay, now let me just read to you what the article says. House Speaker and others react to Colorado to pull Trump off the state ballot. Republican National Chairman Ronald McDaniel attacked the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to remove former President Donald Trump's from the state 2024 ballot. She called it election interference in a post to X. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with X, that is that's the current name for Twitter. And said that the RNC's legal team looks forward to helping fight for a victory. The GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy called the court's decision an actual attack on democracy. In a post on X, Ramaswamy pledged to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary unless Trump is allowed to be on the ballot. He called on the other candidates, Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie, and Nikki Haley, to do the same, arguing or else they are tacitly endorsing this illegal maneuver, which have disastrous consequences for our country. Today's decision is the latest interference tactic to silence political opponents and swing the election for whatever puppet the Democrats put up this time by depriving Americans of the right to vote for their candidate of their choice, he wrote. Christie cannot comment directly on the decision since he said he had not read it, but he commented that generally he believes it would be bad for the country if Trump were kept off the ballot by a legal decision, adding that this wasn't what has not been a criminal trial for provoking Trump that has incited an insurrection. But what I will say is this: I do not believe Donald Trump should be prevented from being president of the United States by any court. I think he could be prevented from being president of the United States by the voters of this country, he said. House Speaker Mike Johnson said the ruling was nothing but a thinly veiled partisan attack. He said voters should be able to decide for the nominee, regardless of the political affiliation. A citizen registered to vote should not be denied the right to support the former president and the individual who is the leader of every poll of the Republican primary. And we're going to park it here. Okay. I'm going to give you my point of view regarding this situation. Okay. Now, I do understand that there are people who support Trump and there's people who don't support Trump. But let's stick with the facts. Okay. From the beginning, Donald Trump has stated that the 2020 election has been rigged, that he was denied being reelected. However, he was given numerous opportunities to present his evidence, and he has not done so. Okay. This is 2023. And the fact that he's still he's still fighting an election that was, in my opinion, properly organized, properly conducted, and the decision was made. Okay. Of course, we have candidates who've been this unhappy with the election results, and that's perfectly fine. Now, in my humble opinion, I think he did lead an insurrection when he got up and he egged the mega crowd to go to the Capitol to conduct the course of events which occurred. Okay. Now, in all fairness, I was a Donald Trump supporter. I no longer became a supporter due to the fact that he had committed too many questionable acts. Um, the fact that he also shared confidential information about our security, our safety with other foreign powers, okay? And the fact of the matter is the manner that he conducted himself, he did not conduct himself um, uh, in a responsible manner. And also, we must be mindful that there is an oath. Okay, just give me a moment. And this is the oath in question. This is the president oath that every president swears to do on inauguration day. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God. Now, with all due respect, okay, how are you protecting the Constitution of the United States when you lead a crowd to go there um, to conduct an insurrection and then trying to encourage the vice president not to count the electoral votes? Okay. And again, let me make this perfectly clear. He had numerous opportunities to present his evidence. He has not illustrated any evidence whatsoever that the election has been rigged. On the contrary, by every indication, the results were uh, correctly achieved. Now, people can disagree with the results, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is the following: Donald Trump lost when it comes to the popular vote, and more importantly, the Electoral College, because it is the Electoral College that determines who is the president of the United States. Okay. Now, I think what's going to happen is this decision will eventually go to the Supreme Court, and then it'll be up to the Supreme Court um, to make a determination whether or not his actions on January the 6th, 2021 was indeed an insurrection. Okay. And one of the concerns which was raised, okay, should the Supreme Court do rule that what Donald Trump alleged actions was conducted was indeed an insurrection, how will his followers react? There's a great deal of concern that his followers will not take the decision very well and go into acts of violence as a reaction regarding um, the decision of the Supreme Court. It's something that it is unfortunate it happened in history. Okay, we have dealt with presidents whose character has not always been stellar. Okay, but we have never had a president. Okay, allegedly, allegedly attempted to override the decision of an election. And Donald Trump actually did say that he wants to be a dictator for one day. Okay. And this should breed concern amongst ourselves. Okay. That anyone will try to put aside the Constitution and run this country like a dictatorship. Okay. Again, this is my humble opinion, no one else's. People can disagree with me all they want. People can disagree that words does not lead to an insurrection. Um, in either case, this is gonna go to the Supreme. This will have to go to the Supreme Court, and then they are gonna have to make their decision regarding whether or not what was his actions constitute an insurrection. So I would say that it's a time to be concerned, and also being that the Supreme Court is conservative, so it's always a possibility that they might rule that what Donald Trump did was not an insurrection. And what it might happen is it might encourage other people to do the same thing. So it's a very troubling time for democracy. Okay. And this is at a time when many people have become disillusioned regarding their vote. Okay. And let me remind people, um, people fought and died for the right to vote. So let us just pray that the Supreme Court arrives at a just decision. I'm not going to indicate what my opinion is a just decision. I'm just simply praying that it does reaches a just position. Okay, and we shall see. And once if there's any updated information, I will provide it. Okay. Now this week, due to the fact that I'm on vacation, so there's going to be 4 streams this week. I did a stream on Sunday. I'm doing a live call-in show tonight. I'm going to do a live call-in show tomorrow, and I'm going to do a live call-in show on Friday. Okay. On Friday, it's going to be a recap of 2023 regarding all the things that happened on this platform, regarding the people that I continue to link up with. Also going to be talking about the people who at one time did appear on this platform, but they chose not to have anything to do with me. Okay. That's their loss. And I'm not the one that has the issue. They do. Okay. And unfortunately, there are people who are unable to get past the belief that I'm going to be cool with whoever is cool with me. Okay. And I'm going to be friendly to those who are friendly towards me. Okay. It's been a lot of back and forth regarding people who are not cool with certain YouTube creators, and and I'm getting tired of this YouTube politics. Okay, it's getting old, it's getting weak, it's getting stale, and it's like we need to move on. Okay, and my decision is the following: if you don't want to associate with me, fine. Okay, I'll find other people that will associate with me. Okay, because at this point, my main concern is to focus on being the best version of myself. Okay. If people cannot deal with me because who I deal with, it is their loss. Okay. So that being said, we're going to get into the main topic. Okay, so the main topic for tonight is highlights from my day in Rockefeller Center. Okay, now I had post. Excuse me, just one moment. Sorry about that. I was just getting a phone call. But anyway, for years I wanted to go to Rockefeller Center to catch the Rockettes and see the show itself. I dreamt about doing it. I thought about doing it. I've been putting off for years and years and years and years. So I decided, you know what? Let me do it this year. Okay. And today was the day. Okay. So as you can see, I started a blog where I did three shorts. Of course, the first one was on my way to Radio City. The second one was by the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center, and the third one was briefly when I was in the theater itself. Now, one thing I would encourage anyone that is visiting New York during the holidays to check out the Rockettes. Okay, first of all, what it is, it's a series of skits and scenes. Okay, but let me warn you, the tickets are not cheap. Okay, it's gonna cost you a good amount of money. I think I pay like about 150 or $160. Now somebody asking, why would you spend that money um, to go to see the Rockettes? Okay, now to be perfectly fair, that's part of the reason why I kind of resisted doing it for some time. But I decided, you know what? Before 2023 ends, I had to go check out, which I did. Okay, and of course, the theater itself is huge. It covers the entire block. So of course, nowadays with all the threats of violence, whatever, of course, not everyone that goes to the theater will have to go through metal detectors to make sure that we don't carry any weapons or things of that nature. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I have two knee replacements, so anytime I go through the metal detector, guess what? It sets it off. So I have to explain to the personnel that I have two knee replacements. So as a result, it's gonna. Okay. Um, I was assisted to get to my seat, and actually, to my surprise, I actually have good seats. Okay, first of all, of course, being that it's a huge theater, the very sections, there's a lot of sections. So basically, I was just in the middle of the theater, and I was able to see everything. So first of all, of course, you have a person playing the organ at the beginning, playing some Christmas carols. How to put us all in the mood for, for, for the day. Then you have the Rockets. They also gave us 3D glasses because there was some visual effects. And then we saw, well, okay, someone um, dressed up as Santa Claus who gone on a sleigh, and then um, you know, the effects led you to believe it was actually flying and things of that nature. So so you had one scene when you have Santa Claus, and then talking about the people, and talking, how he's a very busy man, what have you. And then there was another part where you have the Nutcracker. Now, the Nutcracker is another play regarding a child, and fantasies regarding um, toys coming to life and what have you. So you saw that, and then you actually saw the Rockettes dress up in different different persons and things of that nature. And then they got on this bus, and then with the effect, it sounded like the bus was moving. First, they went to Rockerfeller Center, then they went to Central Park and things of that nature. And then Santa Claus made another appearance, and things of that nature. And then there was, of course, a nativity scene where they actually had live animals. They had camels, and they had sheep and what have you. Um, and then you have these kind of like fairies flying above us, or things of that nature. Um, so it was really a wonderful experience. Okay. And then at one point, you see a whole bunch of people dressed up as Santa Claus, and this is based on the fact that um, Santa Claus has this ability to appear in more than one place at a time. So you have a whole bunch of Santa Claus and things of that nature, and then you have the elves, and then there was this one scene where there was a little girl that went to Santa Claus that wore glasses and wanted a special doll. So what Santa Claus did was he put in a special order uh, to his elves um, to produce this doll. Basically, it was like a representation of the child, with the difference is that the doll had glasses. However, due to some sort of a mistake, um, the machine made 36 of these dolls. So, what Santa Claus decided, you know what? This is not going to be a special order. This is going to be a limited edition. So, and then the final scene was, of course, yeah, everyone, all the performers came out and they danced, and it was a beautiful experience that I had. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, I really enjoyed myself. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just give me a moment. Okay, let's see if I can show you some of the. So what I'm going to do is, just give me a moment. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But so let's see. What was I saying? Oh yes. I really had a wonderful time. Okay. Now what I'm going to try to do. Just give me a moment. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you um, the shorts that I produced. Just one moment. So what I'm going to do is uh, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Hopefully the image will come up because I was having some technical difficulties earlier tonight. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is mute myself and show the video. Morning, everybody. This is Jose Negron of Uncommon Sense. This is the first part of my blog regarding my trip to Rockefeller Center to see the Rockettes. So I'm on my way to spend the day. I'll be taking a look at the Christmas tree. I'll enjoy the show, and then I will enjoy a nice meal. And of course, I'll be sharing these images on my live stream tonight. I will be live, I believe it's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that way, you can kind of like experience with me regarding my day at Rockefeller Center. So, see you soon. Take care and stay blessed. Bye. Okay, so that's the first short. Now I'm going to prepare the second one. Just give me a moment. So now I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully the image will, okay. Now I'm going to mute myself again. Good morning, everybody. Right now I'm here at Rockefeller Center, just showing some of the images. Okay. This is not the main Christmas tree. I'm going to show you some images when I get closer to it. Just want to pan about to give you the panoramic view. Okay. So this is part two of my trip to Rockefeller Center. I'll be loading up more images during the day, so give you a feeling that you are accompanying me. Just remember that if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification to all. So therefore, whenever I produce content, you have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So see you later. Take care. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more uh, video clip, and it's going to be from inside the theater itself. So just give me a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute myself and show the video. Hello, everybody. This is Hossein from Common Sense. I'm right here in Rockerfeller Center waiting for the show with the Buckheads. I'm not going to be able to film their performance because of copyright infringements. But just want to give you a little flavor of my activities. Thank you very much for your love and support. And please catch my stream tonight at 9 o'clock at On Common Sense with Hossein. Take care. Have a blessed day. Bye. Okay. Okay. So there's one more image which I neglected to add on, but I just wanted to give you like a somewhat of an idea regarding how was my day. Okay. Now I did later on went to see the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center. Okay. And it's of course, I could not stay long because, of course, with people coming in and coming out and what have you, and of course, it's barricaded. Um, Most likely, just to make sure that no one does any criminal activity. Unfortunately, that is the state of affairs today. But of course, I concluded uh, with lunch at Olive Garden. Now, I did not um, do any videotape because they were playing music in the background, and I did not want to get hit with a community with a strike regarding content. So unfortunately, I was not able um, to air any video from the restaurant. Okay, I did have a nice conversation with a lady sitting at the next booth next to me and what have you. So let me just give you my thoughts when it comes to um, the Christmas spectacular. Okay, the tickets are not cheap. I get it. Okay, but I do believe that you do need one time in your life um, go to see the Rockettes. Okay. Um, Now I understand not everybody has the financial means in order to see the Rockettes. I get it. Okay. But if you are able to do so, try. Okay. I think you got to find out that it is worth the time. And to be perfectly honest, if you have already gotten your tickets, the line was not long. Now, what I would suggest that you do, okay, instead of getting online at the theater to buy the tickets, um, what you what would be the most convenient option is to purchase the tickets online. Now, what will happen is once you purchase the tickets, um, eventually the ticket will be sent text to your sent to your phone, it's a cell phone in the form of a text. So it's not like you get it like a okay. So you can get a paper ticket, but it's more of an electronic ticket. Okay. So what you do is when you get inside the theater, you show the barcode, um, the electronic ticket to the staff, and then the good people will escort you to your seat. Okay. Um, Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight's topic is regarding my trip to Rockefeller Center. I actually spent the day there. I went and I saw the Radio City Rocket and the Christmas Spectacular. Yes, yes, yes. That's why cloud people hit the like. It's not going to hurt you. It's not like I'm asking you to hit the cash app. I mean, it does help with the algorithm. Okay. So let's see what's this. No, but you know what? Look, the fact that I will say this. I will say this. Um, Everyone that comes, okay, everyone, if they have the means to purchase a ticket, yes, yes. If everyone has the means to purchase a ticket to do so, do so. Okay, and if you go, you know what, take that special someone with you. Okay, to see the Christmas spectacular. Okay, and I'm sure that special someone, yeah, yeah. It's one thing. I know it's one thing to see on TV. See, it's one thing to see on TV. It's another thing to actually see it live. Okay, and I thought, you know what? And I thought that the performance would be longer. It was about maybe an hour and 40 minutes, but the fact of the matter is, they was really trying to get people to leave the theater because, first of all, I went to the 11 o'clock performance, and there's also a 1 o'clock performance. So there's this one. So already they had people waiting online for the crowd that came for the 11 o'clock show to leave, so the people that came in for the 1 o'clock show can come in. First, they have to make sure that all the debris and whatnot has been removed so they can be comfortable. Okay. So I really enjoyed my time. Okay. And again, if you have the means to do so, go. And if you have that special someone in your life, okay, um, take that special someone, take that special girl, that special guy, or whatever, and treat them uh, to see the Christmas spectacular. Is something they're going to appreciate. In my humble opinion, they're going to appreciate it, and I appreciated all that. The staff was the staff was very professional. They were very patient with me because, the first time going to Radio City, so you don't know where the heck that, you entered and what have you. And, first of all, I didn't have to wait long. I didn't have to wait in line long. I didn't have to wait long to go through the metal detector. And, and like I said, I actually got good seats. Okay. I cannot complain. I mean, I really enjoyed myself very much. So, and the fact of the matter is, you got to spoil yourself now. Okay. Because day in, day out, we deal with all the, the pressures of life. We deal with the pressures of work and school, and sometimes you're dealing with people that could be a real pain up the behind and what have you. So you really have to spoil yourself now and then. Okay, so I would really recommend. Okay, if you have the means to do so, by all means do so. Okay, so I have a feeling this is going to be a short stream. Pop. Irby, I don't know if you heard, but in Colorado, the state Supreme Court ruled that Donald Trump should not be in the ballot as a candidate for president of the United States. So what's going to happen is most likely it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and then they're going to have to make a decision whether or not Donald Trump actually violated the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, which states that anyone that's involved of an insurrection is not entitled to run for president of the United States or any political office. And all this stemmed from what happened with the Civil War, which basically it was an attempt to stop people who actually, yeah, yeah, yeah. And let me tell you something. This is my concern. My concern is the following: should the Supreme Court rule that what Donald Trump did was an insurrection, how is his supporters are going to react? So, I mean, because let's keep it real. I mean, um, the mega cult is basically a huge collective of sheep that do not think for themselves, that think that Donald Trump should be the dictator in chief, not the chief magistrate of the country, what have you. So it can be a scary time. Okay, so we just have to hope and pray that the Supreme Court rules with wisdom, even though it's going to be kind of hard because it is a conservative leaning court, particularly in light of the fact that Donald Trump have three conservative justices in the Supreme Court. So time will tell um, what will happen. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I have a feeling that's going to be the situation, and this is the thing. We basically, if it gets to that point, we're basically, yeah, that too. Look, it's going to be basically choosing two old men that should not run for politics at all. Okay. Now, look, I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. And people who don't like it, they can kick rocks. No one, and I said no one over the age of 60 should run for politics. Okay. And just for your information, I'm 61 years old. Okay. Because what's the problem is we have these people who have been in politics for 10, 20, 30 years, and basically it's almost like they're in there for life. And when you see certain politicians that still active in their 80s and 90s, I mean, I'm sorry, but as you get older, I mean, you become slower. Your faculties get start start to shut down. Your mental alertness does not is not there. Okay, so okay. And really, we need to let the younger people have an opportunity um, to see what they can do in politics. Okay. Now, I know some of the people in my generation are upset with me for saying that, but you know what? It's time for us to pass the baton to the younger generation. And if they make mistakes, okay, let them make mistakes. That's how people learn. Okay, we made our mistakes when we were younger. Okay, no one is born being absolutely wise or absolutely smart. You know what? In all fairness, both of them should not be run. Okay, first of all, Biden, I think he's close to 80, and the same thing with Trump. I mean, after a certain look, it's very rare. It's very rare for people to be fully functionable in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Okay, very rare. Because what happened is, first of all, the metabolism slow down. Your hearing is impaired. Your vision becomes impaired. You become physically limited. Okay, look at me. I'm physically limited because I have a left knee that needs a revised knee replacement. Okay, if I'm not fit to run for president, then these guys are not fit. And I'm 61 years old, and I'm still okay, and I'm still relatively mentally alert. Okay, but you know what? Unfortunately, as long as we have two parties, which is basically um, different versions of the same thing, we're going to get people like, what? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to. Okay, just wait a minute. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Okay. Irby, I accidentally timed you out. It was not intentional. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck happened. But in any case, as I stated before, if I'm not physically fit to run for president, these two guys are not physically fit. And that's a fact. Excuse me, just give me a moment. Okay, excuse me, I don't know what the heck happened. Okay. Um, Irby, if you're able to put another comment in the chat, just do so. I don't know what happened. I apologize. But getting back to what I mean, look, all I can say is the following. Hopefully, somebody, and I repeat, somebody that's not the age of Methuselah can be a viable candidate. Okay. But in any case, that's my humble opinion. Okay, that's my opinion. So let me just okay, just see. Okay, so let me just let me just let me just briefly discuss what's going to be the topics for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm doing another stream. So, of course, people know that I love winter. Okay, I think winter is my favorite season. So, what I will be discussing is the first day of winter. Just give me a moment. Okay, so okay, Irby, if you're able to put that comment in the chat, I just want to see if you can enter a comment. I don't know what the heck happened. Um, so so what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow is why I like winter, and the topic is going to be happy first day. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Irby. Thank you. I don't know what the heck happened. Okay, so so I'm going to be talking to about the first day of winter, which is this Thursday. So I'm going to be talking about why I love winter so much. Okay. And then on Friday, it's going to be a recap regarding this year. So I'm going to be talking about some of the things that have happened. I'm going to be talking about the people that have been fortunate to link up with, Irby being one of them, and some of the highlights and some of the not so great moments that happen on the platform. And of course, I'll be talking about uh, the people who I used to link up with um, on this platform, but I don't because the fact of the matter is they have beefs with other people that I'm cool with, and they could not deal with the fact that with the concept, which is if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Okay. Unfortunately, that is the YouTube politics that exists. There's really not much I can do about it. I mean, so in any case, oh, and I will be doing a short stream on Christmas Eve. Basically, what it's going to be, it's going to be my message to the uncommon folk. Basically, just showing my love and appreciation to all of you, and just wishing all of you a very truly blessed Christmas, Kwanzaa, Three Kings Day. Okay, so next week's schedule will be a little different. I'll do a short stream on Sunday. Uh, I'll do another stream on Tuesday, and then the third stream on Friday, and then the following Sunday, which is New Year's Eve, I'll probably do a short stream on Thursday, um, and then another stream Tuesday, and then that third one on Friday. Okay, so that's gonna be, and pretty soon I'm gonna be wrapping up season 6 of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to share with you my um, experience with Radio City Music Hall and see the Rockettes and what have you. I guess most of the people are going to catch this on the playback, but as always, I appreciate all the love and all the support all of you have given me. And before I go, there's one more thing Um, and I'm going to continue to stress this out. Um, I'm going to be cool. I'm cool with those who are cool with me. Okay. I am not going to ban people from this platform simply because they have beefs with other people. However, I will ask that you do not bring the beefs over here. Okay. If you want to go on your platform and blast each other like crazy, by all means do so. Do not bring your beefs here, okay? Because it's too old for this crap, okay? And going into the new year, I have some things I want to do. I want to do some collabs with some other people. There's a couple people I would love to interview. Um, so I'm just going to continue to be the best version of myself, and whenever I can, just do some shorts on my platform. I'm gonna try not to mention too much regarding our friend from Canada because why? Okay, let him continue with his shtick regarding heteronormative whatever and his war regarding the LGBTQ community and his war regarding radical feminism and whatnot. In, excuse me. Tell me about that. So, what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to wrap this up by saying the following: we must do everything possible to minimize our experience with the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Miguel, saying good night, take care, and peace.